Greetings. Greetings, everybody. I have a huge reveal today that's been in my pocket for months. And I tried my best. Some of you probably seen a glimpse of it. And yeah. I've been told, like, hey, keep silent about it. But I'm really happy. My dog is like, what's that? Hopefully it'll calm down your dog. Yeah, it's 528 hertz. But man, really pumped to reveal this. And man. So, without further ado, guys, thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for coming. This been sitting in my back pocket for so long. Some of you may have actually seen me worn it, and it has functionality. And I'm such a huge fan of kimonos in general. And shoot, you can wear kimonos with long sleeves and wear it in different styles. It's pretty cool. I'm sure many of you may have seen accounts like Alkaline Humanism or Electric Being talk about back in old days or certain days in history, when you see the knights that wear like the silver garments and stuff like that, a lot of people said that they weren't used to just pierce each other. They were used to have electrical wars, so to speak, because they were very conductive and they had functionality. They weren't as medieval as we think, and that's the cool thing about it. So I want to talk about a limited edition, without further ado, the world's first functional kimono in collaboration with No Choice. Some of you may already know No Choice. Hey, greetings. And something to note, you will not find a gold vinyl kimono out there. I've even Googled it myself. Like, no. And I'll go into the functionalities as well. You will not find a gold vinyl kimono like this. And the fabric, it's also pure silver as well. I maybe do another live or just upload the video where we have where we tested out someone with their phone place in the kimono, cover it up, and there's no signal whatsoever. It creates a Faraday cage. The beautiful thing is not just that, but this symbol, this kimono itself, is literally on the scalar right now. Yes. So beyond that, everyone who also has a scalar that's also gridding as we speak, and I'm literally sending out 3 today. 3 on today's Saturday, so 3 on Monday already. We're literally creating a bigger web, so to speak, of more harmonious frequencies in that sense, but with scalar. Scalar is such an important aspect of energy to open in certain spots of the world, and I'm so blessed to be shipping it all over the world. By the way, yes, we ship all over the world. I think that was a few concerns out there, but yes, we ship worldwide. So going back into this beautiful kimono, this piece, you can also pump frequencies in it. Yes. And we were at the beach the other day, and we had a friend that's big into EMF and stuff like that, and he said this is like a PEMF that he has. And the PEMFs, it's certain frequencies that you hold this big giant pillow thing onto yourself, and it's like embedded certain waves of energy beyond just frequency. See, frequencies, you can say it's a carrier. It's a sort of carrier, and it has different ingredients, so to speak. So how it's delivered to the body, it's up to you. The beautiful thing about what I'm wearing here, it's conductive, and I'm going to share a first time reaction with I think she's 2019 Miss Asia, and her reaction to it was really, really cool. And it's really cool seeing people's first reaction, especially when you're so used to this stuff, you know. It's a beautiful thing interacting with people like that for the first time. Greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. So I'm going to type in where you can find the kimonos. And by the way, it's going to be a limited edition. We will not be making any more after this. We'll have, yeah, I'll type it in here. Someone asked me. And I talked about this in the Discord as well, in the vibe, in the video chat, and everyone's asking like, "Hey, where do you get this? I want it now." And I'm really happy to finally share it. I don't have to hide it anymore. So, without further ado, yeah, it's available on No Choice, but you can also get it on the website under biohacking with a bunch of different tools so it may fit your needs, whatever the case may be. And No Choice himself just joined. And I'm really honored to be part of apparently the first collaborative aspect, and truly honored to be the first collaborator for No Choice. It's a blessing, it really is. And I love this because it's a community driven kimono. And why do I say that is because that symbol specifically, it's on the scalar, and now it's creating a web with everyone who has the scalar as well, along with the certain symbols with the biogeometric symbols that is embedded with that symbol in general. So the more people have scalars, the better too, and the more people who wear these kimonos, it's creating a grid in itself. And I even put No Choice, I put his own symbol onto the scalar as well. And I think that's a huge thing, to finally look at functional products like these, but not just functional, like functional wear. It's time we become more aware. I know some people say like, hey, is this, there was a time and a point in time, I don't think it's big anymore, like, hey, is this linen, is this leather, is this wool, that type of thing. And we're finally going back to our roots and honoring that we are electric beings. So I want to share her reaction to it. Let's see, where is it? I'll give her reaction to it real quick. And this is with all right, so there's two reactions. There's going to be a point where we're running just regular frequencies, and then we're going to do the reaction where we're sweeping frequencies into the kimono. This is before. I'm about to plug it in. Yeah, so it's running a whole bunch of different frequencies. And we're going to plug this in right here. That thing was glitching on me today. But there's also a tutorial when you get the kimono. There's a tutorial there of how to embed certain frequencies right into the kimono and have a deeper experience with it. Alright, so now we are plugged in to the kimono.
Oh my goodness.
You feel it already?
I feel very grounded. There's a weird tingling in the back of my head.
So now this goes beyond the electrical aspect. Now we're actually running frequencies that do many different things, different frequencies right into the kimono. So
I had this weird pulsing in my
and that's when I knew. That's when I knew. It's more than just grounding at this point. dive into
Do you want to try a mini breathwork session
we
while
dive
we're
into a
in?
mini breathwork session so she can like
Sure.
really really feel it.
So on the exhales, squeeze your hands, squeeze everything down there. On the inhales, let go. Exhale, squeeze. You ready?
Yeah.
So we'll do ready on the inhale in 3, 2, 1, let's go. In with the nose. Now exhale, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let go. Relax.
I feel very floaty. Like after I do the Kundalini meditation, I get this like weird like floatiness where like my body's like 3 inches above the chair. And I feel that right now.
And that was only in like less than a minute.
This is magical. Oh my goodness. I literally feel so grounded right now. I feel like this weird, last time I got a psychic reading, well, I did a spiritual hypnosis.
Now we got too personal there. But yeah, that was her reaction to it. And now we're going to see her reaction when we input sweeping frequencies. And what do I mean by sweeping frequencies? It's literally frequencies going back and forth at certain intervals, and it increases the whole experience to a deeper level and a cellular level as well. And the story of how I even got to that point is very wild. And a lot of people are skeptical with certain things out there, but when you're specific and you're on this journey and you see who's real, what's real, who's phony in a sense, you start to put the pieces together and say, hey, forget what other people think. I'm actually going to go head on and implement this stuff. I'm like, hey, can I do this to this? Will it actually work? Things like that. And it's such a blessing being on this journey for so long that you can decipher certain things and go back to the moment. That's the most important part. That's the biggest conspiracy of them all. The moment, your breath, now. All right, so let's see her experience inputting the sweeping frequencies.
Now we're doing some sweeping frequencies here. We bumped it up another notch. Are you feeling anything different?
It feels like a 10 session. Like there's like some kind of electrical impulse, and I feel it especially in my shoulder.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the sweeping definitely bumps it up another notch.
This is definitely like stronger. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna adjust the time to 15-second intervals, and boom, turn it right back on.
That's when I knew. Yeah, when you have specific intervals running, it's super powerful. And that was only like medium. That was like the medium range of what you can
I feel
actually do.
these like odd pulses like from the bottom of my body just like slowly like going upwards. And and like there's like this wave of like energy that's like going from my like my pineal gland area to like the top of my head.
Oh yeah, and you're wearing shoes. You're not even like grounded. I just noticed that. That's strictly coming straight from the frequencies.
This is so cool. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, her reaction is wild. You guys should see Dr. Z's reaction, because Dr. Z is like very like super sensitive, and we didn't even try the frequencies yet, so I can only imagine how she's gonna react. But next time with other people, actually, tomorrow is the breath ascension. I don't. It's not. It's like a retreat. You can call it a retreat, but anyway, the breath ascension is a whole week long. And there's going to be a point in time where we do light therapy and the Rife machine, and I'm going to have everyone wear a kimono at the same time while they're getting all that. Oh man. So that reaction, that's going to be pretty interesting. And I just wanted to thank everyone for coming on here, sharing the breath in this moment, and being part of this reveal. I've been holding on for so long, but we finally are here. And that is not the last you will hear about these functional kimonos, because there's so much I have yet to try out myself, and will definitely add to the functionalities you can utilize the kimono. And the base functionalities is you can literally plug this kimono right into the outlet and ground yourself that way in that sense. And there's also a grounding rod. You can go in the middle of forest and like stick it in the ground and absorb energy in that sense that way too. Another thing you can do as well is what I'm going to do soon is get the grounding rod, stick it in there, and actually attach different points of a frequency generator to it. And actually do that remotely too. I can actually do that remotely. So that's the intention for moving forward with this type of tech. And it's a beautiful time we're living in, where we can be intentional with what we wear and have a deeper experience with what we wear. You know, like why not? Why not wear it in style when it's very intentional at the same time? You know, going back to certain tribes that still live till this day wear certain symbols for a reason, because they mean different things energetically as well, especially going back to the Adinkra symbols. Oh man, maybe later down the line, maybe kimono with Adinkra symbols, maybe. But Adinkra symbols, if you don't know, it's one of the most ancient symbolism, you could say, and it's sourced in Africa. That's where everything started. It's the center of the world. You can debate me on that. But this would also confirm that it's also the center of the world, where technically everything started. They found that in quantum physics and quantum mechanics and quantum language in general, the closest thing humanly close to quantum language and quantum binary is actually the Adinkra symbols. I need to find that whole clip all over again, because that was such a mind-blowing thing that it shows you like we all came. You can say we all I like to say we all started in Africa. I feel like, honestly, deep down this isn't the origin of where we really started in terms of this planet, in terms of the human race, in my opinion. And you can, you know, back in the day when I was into conspiracies and stuff, I've seen some crazy things where the real exploration outside of this world, so to speak, they're literally taking videos of ancient coffins that they found, and you can see that certain features that's in the course and still is intact, so to speak, is more like bigger noses, bigger lips, so to speak, and more melanated on the skin. And this is like off the planet, you know. I don't know if that video is still around, maybe on Instagram randomly somewhere, but yeah, it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting time we live in terms of the information age. And it's a beautiful thing when you come from like about like 10 plus years ago. If you were in that world, like you can tell what's real, you know, in terms of like new information and those things, and what's false contradiction and stuff like that. So I'm very blessed in that sense, and very honored to actually be part of this collaboration here and bring these type of technologies back to our hands, back to just awareness, just being aware that it's out there, you know. This one person, she has issues in her spine, so just wearing this kimono and running certain frequencies into it, along with scalar, of course, it's such a powerful combination in itself, and we're gonna do some wild things. Yeah, I want everyone to go follow No Choice. I'm gonna type him in here. You're gonna see a lot coming from us, and I don't think the kimono is the end of it, for sure. Got a lot of things brewing, and it's a beautiful thing. I feel like this is more of a community production in terms of the kimono, because like I said, this kimono is literally on the scalar. So just like I need to bring, all right, so I need to do another live and show you guys Ron's testimonial when he was wearing the alchemy symbol. It was so funny. I totally forgot. Just hearing Ron's testimonial, I totally forgot. I sold t-shirts back then and kimonos back then. And yeah, if I heard someone asking me about the old kimonos, I'm like, nope, I told you, we're not making those ever again. And I had intention, like, hey, if I'm going to make another kimono, I want it to be even better than the last one, in a way, in a sense. And boom, No Choice came about, and we are collaborating. Yeah, but Ron's testimonial was like, hey, did you have your in the workshop? He's like, hey, did you have the symbol with the scalar on? I'm like, yeah. It was like, man, I was wearing it last night to sleep, and I couldn't sleep. It's like so much energy. And I'm like, wow, that was another confirmation. And other confirmations with people putting the alchemy symbol with the biogeometric symbol like all over their house and stuff, and seeing what happens with so many things. It's a beautiful thing, and we're creating our own web in a sense with this scalar stuff. I remember the teas and such. I missed out on the old ones. Yeah, brother. Well, that's the beauty of things, you know. I don't view myself as a person that stays stagnant. Like, even in my teachings, like, you can ask Wes or Brea, go look him up. He did the whole breath Aaron experiment with me for himself, you know, to experience all that. And he had the equipment to measure his body fat and stuff like that. And he was still growing in mass. So that also made him stick with me for I think it's been over 3 years now with me. And he'll tell you firsthand, like, nope, it's always improving. And that's my intention with the breath itself. Like, the breath itself is still teaching me till this day. If you don't want to work with me, that's okay. But at least find another teacher that at least says that. Because I think that's so important to honor that the breath it's bigger than us, or life itself, it's bigger than us, and life itself can still teach you new things. That is the beauty of life. Boom. So I want to end it there, and I want to thank you all for sharing the breath, coming on here for this big reveal. Can't wait to go down in Miami. Yeah, we have the February 27th, we have an event coming up. Definitely check that out. Some people are driving down here like last time. Some people flew out last time. Tickets are limited. Just know that, and it's definitely worth it. And that will be the last one for a while. I think maybe around like April time, I might go do something up north. But then we have Egypt in March before all that. So that's going to happen as well. Man, and yeah, if you want a scalar yourself, you can email me, devon@alchemybreath.work, scalar delivery. There's No Choice. Everyone, click his name and go follow that brother, please. And we're gonna magnify it. We're gonna magnify this frequency because it's definitely much needed, more than ever. And it's the best time. I don't think it's more than ever, but it's time. It's time. It's time. Talking to someone that's been in the space before I was even born, he says it's just a beautiful thing. Seeing the ways we're bringing technology like this back into people's awareness, and it's so important because back then it would be, you would I don't know, you would think in a fear state, in a fear-minded way, because you say certain things and they'll be knocking at your door type of thing, or certain things would happen in that sense. But we're now moving out of that, in my opinion. We're so totally moving out of that. Sure, there's little bits and stuff there, but trust me, we are moving out of that because, again, this is the information age. You don't think people are going to come across information that might be close to the government type of thing and start to really question things? Like, let's be real here. And going back to the feeling aspect, when someone feels good, and someone coming from a lifestyle that is not the best lifestyle in terms of their health, and they come into stuff like these, and they're like, wow, like, don't you think that's going to make a huge shift and it's going to cause a ripple? And you say, hey, friend, what are you doing there? Hey, I want to feel what you're feeling, in that sense, in a healthy way. And that's the wave we are finally making. And it's funny today. I was at the market because we had to get some stuff for the breath ascension, because it's going to be a whole week. And people were saying like, hey, is that No Choice? I was like, funny thing you said that. Yes, we're collaborating. I was like, oh, that's a fire kimono. I was like, yeah, get it while it's limited. It's a limited supply. Thank you all for coming on here again. I'm going to head out, and stay tuned. Definitely click the link. Check it out yourself. And you're going to see even more testimonials for other people using the kimono. And while we have the breath ascension here, I'm going to be doing some things with the live stream generator while people are wearing the kimono, and also pumping frequencies like while they get the whole live stream experience. So, man, it's a beautiful thing, again, merging all this knowledge together and making it digestible to people in this way. But more so the feeling aspect. It goes way beyond me just talking. When people are actually feeling it, that's what I really pay more attention to. When people are actually feeling this, they have no choice. Get it? All right. Thank you all for sharing the breath. Peace.